Hey everybody, Ezrabar here, and this is a Hecarim jungle. I was actually originally going to do a live commentary on this, but like you can see me talking right now, actually I was starting it off, and then the game turned out to be, it was like a good game, but it was extremely lagged out, so I just focused on the game. So you'll actually notice a couple of lagged out spots, and I'm sorry about that, but I mean, I had a Udyr game that I could have uploaded, but I just uploaded an Udyr, so I think you guys would rather see Hecarim, and I don't know if I've uploaded a Hecarim yet. I don't think I have. So yeah, Hecarim's a very strong jungle. He's quite banned. He's banned quite often though, so focusing on learning him, can bite you in the butt, because if he gets banned, you can't play him. So it's entirely up to you, but he's not hard to play. He really isn't. You get rank 1 W, and then max out your Q. Get a point all in each and every one at level 3 by level 3, and then just max out Q. See, I'm lagging out here, and it didn't jack me up too hard. Pantheon's probably just like freaking out, like what the heck? And I lag out again, but luckily I was auto attacking it first, so I actually get it and then clear the minions and back from thing. Look how just mad I am, man. I'm not happy. Anyways, with the new jungle though, I don't know if you guys noticed, the camps all spawn at the same time now, so you can't do wolves and wolves and blue anymore. I mean, you can, but it's like a waste of time. So you normally just start blue and then you go straight to red. It still gets you your level 3 and it's still pretty strong. I think I like the change, honestly. It gives you more time to deal and like make decisions and to like swap things up a bit. Like, if they invade you, you don't have to do wolves, and you're not like sort of like jacked up a little bit. No, you just go and take their blue. And then not to mention, you have more health when you come to the jungle now, because all you have to do is do blue and red, and you still come out level 3 instead of doing wolves, blue, red. So it's definitely pretty good. Also, Hecarim, whenever you use your Q, I don't know if I did it all the time. I was sort of just like out of it. You auto attack and then Q, auto attack and then Q, because his Q resets his auto attack modifier. Auto attack. So you want to auto attack, and then after the auto attack hits, then you Q, and it helps him clear faster. Remember, his W heals him based on his damage he's dealing. Yeah, I don't even know why I tried to come in here. I should have came in faster, or not come in at all. I saw Andy coming down, but I just made a dumb mistake. And then also here, I'm sitting around thinking that I can do something here, and I shouldn't. I should have just walked away, because honestly, there's a tower right there, and I'm only level 3. I just wasted time, really. It's not a lot of time, I guess, so it's no big deal. One second, I'm gonna drink something. Alright. Anyways, I go in for Orianna. I've wasted my ghost, but then again, then she might have not flashed. I don't know. But at least we did take her flash, and as a laner, that's much more dangerous for her than it is for me as a jungler. So it's definitely worth it. Whether or not, I'm not sure though if my ghost actually is what caused it though, so probably not. Anyways, I come back for the gank again. I believe this one is actually pretty successful. No? Did I just back off? No, okay, yeah, I did. I walked all the way around. And then, it was pretty much just a free kill on her, except Annie stuck around way too long, just ate the ignite damage and everything. But anyways, after you notice, I'll push out the lane. After you get a successful gank, or you and your laner, if you kill the laner, you might as well just push out the lane. You only do this if you know you can. Don't push out the lane and then it becomes like a half-done job where you don't get it out, because if you don't get it to the tower, then you freeze the lane in front of their tower and you sort of jack up your laner. So only do it if you can, but it's good to push the lane, because if you push it out to the tower, then they lose minions, the enemy laner, and you gain minions too from basically stealing everything by pushing. So it helps you in the end too. So it works. It's just really good. I've been doing a lot, and I think it's really good. most of the time. Like, there's only sometimes, like, if you know you can't push it, you're too low, or other things like that, where it's not worth it, but most of the time it's worth it. Here I'm having to hold for Annie because she's like AFK or something. I can't tell. Just dodging or trying to dodge her Qs and whatnot. And then Annie comes in, but I don't have mana, so I don't want to go in on that because I just feel like it would turn bad. Especially if Malphite were to come and make it a 2v2 and I have nothing. Anyways, here, I just sold everything and I just got boots. Was that the correct choice? I could have gotten damage, I believe. I could have got the boots and then gotten a longsword. But I think I just like wanted the boots. But it really doesn't matter that much. It would probably have been a better idea to get the longsword because I'd had faster clear and more damage. Yeah, you gotta be careful about the Orianna attacks since they stack and all that. So here I'm just trying to prevent her from pushing and getting the CS as well so that we're not losing the gold. See, here I noticed that she walked straight down. She just made it obvious. Like, it's just obvious she was running down bot lane. You can even tell because our bot lane's pushed out. I mean, it was overextended. So I just followed her into it, and it just, like, screwed her over hard. And then we just have a Pantheon, too, with his ultimate. I mean, we'd have had it without him, honestly, but... Yeah, so we just got straight up free kills because Orianna did not hide that gank at all. So I just followed up with it, and yeah, counter ganked, and counter ganks normally work out really well for you because people don't expect it.
You can talk, Trevor.
And so we just free push it. And yeah, and then, you know, I mean, free towers are always good, and then I push out the try to push out the lane a little bit further. And I don't know if it's gonna reach. It's not gonna reach the tower, so it sort of actually just froze lane. But I think Ezreal's gonna push it back out, so it's not a big deal. I'm gonna drink some again. My throat's really dry. Anyways, oh yeah, also keep track of your timers. I don't think I really do this game because I'm like, I just get caught up and just like, you know, ride the flow, like go with flow, and I don't even like really pay attention, which is bad. And I mean, it happens to everyone though. But you gotta pay attention to everything still, even if you're like doing really well, because you know it can put you behind. Here, I don't know, like Twitch was just randomly in mid lane, so it just turned into a 2v3. Like that, like had nothing to do with my, like the bot lane counter gank I got was due to me, but that one, like that was just luck. So it just happened to work out, I guess. And then we just push out another lane. Since we pushed out bot lane, we're just putting a lot of pressure on the map, especially when I'm this ahead. I used the smite on the cannon minion to just push it harder so we could get there faster. Sadly, Leona thwarts my efforts. I thought Twitch was gonna stay. I saw him, like I didn't see him walk away. We'd have probably pushed it if he stayed, but he decided no. Always get Sphere the Elder Wizard as Hecarim because that the damage on him with that item is just insane. Like, because he constantly applies damage around him with an AoE. Like his W just does a constant AoE damage around him. His Q does AoE damage. His ultimate does AoE damage. And he applies that dot with all of his abilities. It just gets really silly. Like, he does a lot of damage with just that single item. Not to mention, it gives you the cooldown reduction and the attack damage. It's really nice. Here I notice, you know, there was an opportunity to maybe pick up one of them, and then, yeah, basically, Malphite just went all in for him. So, it's always good to, you know, pay attention to the map. Like, I only saw that because, you know, I was watching the mini-map, so I noticed the two of them there. And my ult there was probably unnecessary, and I should have just eat into her, but it's still a kill, so no big deal. Hecarim's ult's not, like, unforgiving in the fact that if you use it, you know, it's like gone forever. It's only like 80 seconds, so it's actually, you know, pretty helpful. This game is just turning pretty much into a stomp, and you know, we're just snowballing it consistently. We're just keep pushing, keep putting pressure on the map, because we got bot really early, then we tried to push mid, and then we came back and we finished it off. And now they have 0 map presence on bottom, like on the bottom of the map. Like, we can just pretty much take free dragons until, like, you know, they start doing something about it, because the whenever you lose towers, you lose a lot of your, you know, pressure on the map. Poor Ezreal. Didn't even know what was coming to him. Here, this was a little dumb. I should have just turned around, and I'm surprised those two didn't just turn around and kill me. So, I was just lucky. I don't know why. I should have, when I killed Ezreal, I should have turned right back around. It was dumb of me to just run all the way through the tower and eat the free damage. Here, I'm just trying to watch Twitch and protect him. Because, like, I have my ultimate, so I know I can escape and everything, but I just want to make sure he survived. And it seems Smelfight's picked up Jan in the middle, and he's trying to push it now. It's always good to watch that mini-map. Like, I don't know if you can do something. If you don't do it now already, you need to find a way to do it. Like, something that reminds you. Like, every time you get a last hit, look at the mini-map. It'll be very helpful to you. It's how most AD carries do it, too, because it's sort of difficult to watch the mini-map as an AD carry, but whenever you're auto-attacking for the last hit, you can look at the mini-map, because you're not doing anything else. You're using the animation to auto-attack the last hit. So at that moment, you could, you know, glance at the mini-map and see what's going on. So, I think the name's Iceborne Gauntlet. I always get it mixed up if it's Frostborn Gauntlet or Iceborne Gauntlet, but I think it's Iceborne. Anyways, Iceborne Gauntlet and Spirit of the Elder Lizard are just, like, Hecarim's core items. Those 2 items make Hecarim. Another really good item that just adds to his kit is the Spear Visage. Here I lag out again. Don't even, like, could have probably killed Teemo, but nope, lag. So lag was really frustrating. It was sort of random too, because, like, right now I'm running on freaking 4G internet. It's called Clear, because our AT&T is down for the moment. So, and like, Clear's not bad, but like, it sometimes can be inconsistent. But actually, my AT&T was even less consistent than this, so I guess I should count my blessings. I really wish I had a better internet, and I need to work on that, but anyways, yeah, I'm like really far behind on the buffs. Like, I've just been like running around getting kills, and like not even farming, and just like consistently ganking like crazy. But I mean, I guess it's working out, so I definitely could be playing things better, even if I'm doing well. Like, whenever you, if you want to improve yourself, you gotta look at the game and see what you could have done better in every situation. Like, there's literally 0 situation, well, not 0, I guess, but, like, 99% of the time you did not play whatever X and Y perfectly. There, I saved my ultimate just so I could counter his, you know, his, Arcane Shift, and just pick him up anyways. So I just eat into him, and then after the Arcane Shift, I ulted. Hecarim is just a beast at pushing. Like, I mean, you just watch how much I cleaned up that wave. Now the wave's going to push up the tower automatically because I just cleared it completely. Oh, also, some people probably don't know. Oh, yeah, this is where I got. I'm like, ooh, I am so salty right now. Anyways, his E also resets his auto attack. So if you're like pushing a tower, you can go auto attack E. Because it just resets your auto attack and you can run into the tower. Also, you can run max speed in tower, and I believe it increases your damage against the tower. So, some neat little things about Hecarim. You know what? Actually, sorry about that. There's gonna be another vent noise really soon because my internet's going down. So I was on Ventrilo and it was like disconnecting and connecting. But anyways, another interesting change about Hecarim recently. I can't remember the full changes, but it was a really nice change where it made it so whenever he uses his E, he can use his E to gap close over walls now. against the opponent. He can't just E over it. He has to be close enough to the opponent to attack where he does his little mini, you know, gap close where he knocks him back. If he's close enough to do that auto attack, he can do it through walls now. So it's actually really nice. I haven't got any chance to use it now or even think about it. I probably, if I did have a chance at all this game, I probably didn't even think about it because, you know, I'm not used to it. But that's definitely a thing now. I believe they nerfed his ultimate damage, which is sort of sad. But Hecarim is just a beast in solo queue, and I definitely would recommend to learn him and like understand him. But again, it's a double-edged sword because he's banned very often. So if you focus too much on him, you don't get to play him. So here I was a little dumb. I just ran straight up into a team mushroom like whenever. Like, I mean, I guess, like, I was just getting cocky because I was so far ahead all the time. Janna's in a bad position, but then Malphite just, like, straight up hardcore tower dives. A little awkward. Everyone got away and lived. Thanks to Annie, though. Here, finish up my iceberg gauntlet. Now, my damage is actually going to be insane. Like, his damage is really insane once you have these two items. Sometimes you can't always rush both of them, of course, because if you're not ahead, you might want to just go the regular support, you know, jungler build where you get your locket and you get, you know, the Aegis and whatnot. I mean, you never really can go wrong with locket and Aegis. It's just you'll be lacking in damage, so it's just up to your playstyle, I guess. But Hecarim is a very fine jungler and really good too. And like it's so easy to itemize for him with those two items. Like those two items just like fit pretty much most situations. And then if you really need the magic resist, Spirit Fidgets also complements his kit very well. Make sure to always utilize his knockback too. Like right there, you notice I walked behind her and knocked her in closer to my team. You have to walk beside them to knock them back. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, I'll run down. Anyways, yeah, I mean, this game's just an absolute stomp. My only death was from lagging out next to a tower. So, like, you know, it was a pretty silly game. I mean, I definitely could have made better plays. Like, I'm pretty sure my farm's pretty garbage, like 101 at 21 minutes. Like, even though I'm the jungler, I tried to aim for more than 50%. If I have like less than 50%, I must be doing something else, which I am. But I mean, the point of it's try to improve. If I look at this game like, yep, there's nothing to improve, then you know, it's not gonna be helpful. Like all I did was just go, yeah, I played that game perfectly, and then I have nothing to look back on the game for it. I mean, I can try to look back on what I did right, but you know, it's always best to look upon your mistakes, and then. You know, also, it's great to look at what you did right, but mistakes are normally what are the issues. Here, I, like, completely just whiffed my ultimate. Like, didn't hit him or anything, but we're already so far ahead that, you know, we're still just winning the fight. That's right from talking so long. Here, I just get a, oh, start going for the visits. Yep. Some more cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction really works for his kit, makes him do more damage, but you can build cooldown reduction tank items, so, you know, it's always good. Anyways, yeah, you can just see this game's like utter stomp, and I mean, there's definitely things I could still have done a lot better, even though I'm like what 10-7. There was definitely glaring mistakes, and you know, I was mentioning him like I sat around way too long in early game whenever I shouldn't even been around that area. Like it was like it wasn't gonna happen, but I still sat around, like, you know. And then there was a couple times where like I was slow to starting ganks, and you know, etc. You should always, like, whenever you like, and if you really want to improve, look at your own games, like replay, you know, get a wall recorder or something that you can like record. Good programs are XSplit, OBS, which is open broadcast software, or even an XSplit. It really helps you out if you like just go back and watch what you did, and you know, try to understand what was wrong with it and what you could fix about it later. And yeah, it was a game. It was easy. I just hit gold 2 again for like the third, fourth time. I'm just really hovering right now. I really want to hit that gold 1 so I can start working on that platinum. But still got a little ways to go. But I'm definitely playing way more consistently than I used to. Most of my games back were like 50-50. So we'll definitely see how it all goes. Also, feel free to message me here, comment sections, directly, on a Nook, Twitter, Facebook. I got all those things and they're on my channel. So hope you guys enjoy, and please ask me any questions if you want to understand anything better. But also try to be more specific. Whenever you say, "How do I jungle better?" Like it's like asking, "How do I get better at sports?" Like you're like, "Wait, what?" I guess you just do the basics, and like it's not really that helpful. Like things you're mostly gonna know. Like you need to be more specific. Like be like, Ezrabar, how do I do my buffs and timers? How do I get those and like down and be able to work with them? Well, like for one instance, like now if you ask that exact question, I could answer, well, whenever you start out the match, you know your own timers, and most of the time, like whenever you start out blue red, that blue's gonna spawn, like all the buffs spawn 5 minutes. So like blue is automatic, like it's always gonna be 7:15. Around about 7:15, 7:12, 7:10, whenever you start off blue. So you know when it's going to spawn. And then you know that red is like around 8:15 or so. I don't know the exact number for that one, but I always run back to my blue, and I get my blue, and I go straight to red because I know red's going to be up right directly after it. Because I know the timers of it. And then you can know the timers of your enemy jungler just by noticing where the lanes are coming from, because the lanes are going to get a leash. It's guaranteed pretty much in the meta currently at this point. So if you see a lane come out from the jungle a little late, you know which side they did, and then you're like, oh, top lane just came late to top lane. Whenever they're on I'm sorry, I can't remember the top side. The top side where they're on the right top side of the map. I can't remember the name color. That's so bad. But anyways, you're like, you notice on that side that their top laner just came to the lane pretty late. That means that they started red, right? So now you know that his red's gonna spawn at 7:15. So you might even want to go get right in there and right at like 7:15 steal his blue, because he's not prepared. Like a lot of junglers, like before platinum, I'm pretty sure do not time any of this crap. Like it's happened so many times with me. I mean, I was playing Nautilus against a Yi jungle. Like, I mean, Yi's not great just because of like his team fight and his late game presence. Like he's just not a good team player. But he's an insanely fast jungle, and like he just, and not to mention, I'm pretty sure he could. I mean, I don't know about the, like fighting one-on-one, but I mean he can straight up clear jungle. Like, the issue is not how fast he can clear jungle. And so, like, as an auto single, I just knew his timers, and he didn't. So I always went in there, and I think I stole 4 of his blue buffs, like, in a row. Like, he got the first blue buff, and then 4 consecutive blue buffs after that. I stole every single one, and I gave my blue buff to our mid laner. So they were just down a blue buff, and our mid laner was just facing another mid laner who didn't have blue buff. So it was like, we're winning, like counter jungling also, especially with this change because of how much experience it gives now, are even more important than they used to be. I'm like just going on a ridiculous tangent here, but one last thing, by the way, whenever you counter jungle and you steal a buff, you have to outweigh the cons versus the pros on whether or not you're going to kill the small minions as well. If you don't kill the small minions, you don't know the next timer. You know it's 5 minutes. If you kill it at 13 minutes, you know that it's going to be up in 18 minutes if you kill everything. But if you leave the little minions, you have no idea when it's going to spawn at all unless you like go back and ward it. And you don't even know when it spawns. You just know when it's up, when it comes up. So, like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, you could leave it so that they don't have anything spawning for a while. But then, you can't, like, you get rid of the fact that you had the advantage of already knowing when the timer was exactly. And like also with timers, you can also know when to ping it and have people come in. You're like, hey, red's coming up soon, let's go in and ping it, and you like have a laner come with you, and bam, like it's 2v1 with the jungler, and then one of the other laners have to react, and like they could be too slow, and like you just take it. And also watch that smite damage. You know that it's 490 damage at level 1 520 at level 2, and I think 1,000 exactly, or maybe 1,050, 1,020 or something like that. It's about 1,000 damage at level 18. Other than those, those three, you should know those ones off the top of your head, because those are like really important, throughout the match. Like when you could get invaded at level 1, or at level 2 whenever you're doing your second buff, you could get invaded as well. So like you need to know when to smite exactly to take the buff, so it doesn't get you don't get outsmited. But like when you're taking Baron and Dragon, you want to also look at your smite damage and know when you need to smite. Anyways, I'm going on a ridiculous tangent, so I know you guys are looking at a still image. I'll probably put something over there, maybe gameplay or something. But anyways, yeah. So there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later.